Hi, good morning, folks. Welcome to our Clocking the Gallop look at today's racing at Fairview. It's on the turf track on the 17th of February. Let's get the show on the road with MX this morning. He joins us from his Uber in Quebec. Very good morning to you with your pirate shirt on this morning. Good morning.
Yes, Nico, good morning, man. How are you?
I'm well, thanks. I'm looking at the weather report here because I'm obviously in Joburg today. It says predicted to be overcast with showers down there. No rain yet today.
Yeah, Nico, yeah, the weather of PA. Currently, the weather is looking good currently.
Yeah.
But the weather of PA is just like the horse racing in PA.
Unpredictable.
He
Unpredictable.
never comes. Unpredictable.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping for the good day, for the good weather, good day of racing. So yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see where it goes on.
Looks very nice racing, actually. I looked at the card yesterday with Nino Podesta, and I've looked at it a little bit this morning. So just quickly, the turf track is in operation today for 8 races. Penetrometer 21. Track condition is good, and they've only had 3 millimeters of rain at Fairview in the last week. We'll run through the selections for MX now. Let's go to race number 1 of the day. I might put up the betting just now, but race 1 is a juvenile plate, actually, where one of the horses has won before, Summer Odyssey. Is she the horse to beat?
Nico, for me, it was difficult to oppose this horse because we don't know other horses like how good they are. So for me, Summer Odyssey was my first choice in race 1, followed by number 2 and 4, then 6. So if I were to take a quartet in race 1, I'll just have to bank a number 1 by 2, 4, 6. So yeah, unless we don't know the 4 might be good to number 4.
Yeah.
But we don't know. So number 1 is my first choice in race 1.
Okay, so you're going for Summer Odyssey to back up on her good victory last time out, where she was beating a small field of just 4 runners, but you're going for that to win, to beat the first timers and the newcomers, and also the horse Fire Glow, who ran 4th on debut. Okay, let's go to race 2, which is the start of the plate accumulate. It runs at 1:10. It's a maiden plate over 2,400 meters. Again, a small field here. And when I spoke to Nino, he made it number 7, the horse to beat, but he gave 1 a chance, Popping Crease. How do you see it?
Yeah, Nico, when you're looking at the form line, number 7 should be a horse to beat because they've taken some good horses here. If you can go back to Cape Town and follow the form line of Happy Chance, Make It Snappy, Silver Links, those are good horses. Those 3 that I'm just talking about, those are good horses. It's drawn 1, but my worry here was the distance. That is 2,400. I see there was I don't see any 2,400 back in Cape Town. So that was my worry with number 7, that it has never ran 2,400 meters. But according to the form line, I have to take the horse because of the form line. That is good. The form line is very good. Followed by number 1. It's also from Cape Town. The form line is also good. Then I have number 2, Space Explorer.
Space Explorer.
Then number 5. But actually, Nico, number 5, that is Joe Hammam. For me, should be better horse in this race. Should be Joe Hammam. Should be the better horse. The horse knows the distance everywhere.
Yeah.
He knows the course, knows the distance, knows everything about this field. So Joe Hammam should be there. So 7, 1, 2, and 5. For me, those should be my numbers in race 2.
Okay. So it's 7 medalist Tart ahead of 1 Popping Crease, 2 Space Explorer, 5 Joe Harmon. But what MX is suggesting is that Joe Harmon knows the track and trip, and is nicely priced here at 12-1. If we look at our screen over here, it is in at 12-1. So watch out for Joe Harmon. Okay, now we get into the meaty topic of the 3rd race, which is a classified stakes over 2,400 meters. A big field faces the starter over here. There's been money for number 4, Matsuyama, from 6-1 into 4-1. That's the money horse in the race. What's your feeling on this one?
Nico, I'm going with Tara Staple in race 3. It's also 12-1. That's my value bet for the day. Ryan
Crafty
Manga and
Heart,
Tara Craft Yard. Yeah, that's my
yeah,
value bet for the day. That's 12
number
to 1.
10. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, yes, to beat number 6, Cape Okay.
Yeah.
Then I have number 11, Nico. That is Opera Swing.
Yes.
Then I have number 1, Humbly Tune.
Right.
Those are my numbers, Nico.
Okay.
Those are my numbers.
So it's
Yeah.
10. Give it to us again. 10,
10, 6, 11, 1.
10, 6 Cape Okay, the horse from Joburg that's just come there. 11 and 1. Can I give you one more?
Yes, Nico.
It's a nice 20 to 1 chance for you to put in.
I cannot guess.
You can guess.
Isn't King of Love?
No, it's not King of Love.
What is that?
It's number 15, Sylvia Louise. Now, I'll tell you why.
Okay.
I'll tell you why. Because I commentated on her last run. She ran
Yes.
9th, beaten 7 lengths by Sugar Berry. And all I'm
Yes.
saying is from what I saw in the race is that she could have finished a lot closer, if not have won that race. How's
Okay.
that for a statement?
Nico, I will keep an eye on that. I will definitely keep an eye on Silva Louise challenge Lovu for
Yeah.
Sharon Coulson. I'll definitely keep an eye on that horse.
Please put it in.
Yes.
Don't go out that leg. It is tough, but I agree with
It's a
you.
tough.
Crafty Heart is a nicely priced horse with a bang in form Mr. Munger on board, who you'll be picking up shortly. And no doubt he'll be hoping to give you the lowdown on that, whether he thinks he can win there. He's quite realistic about his chances in races, is good old Mr. Munger. Okay, let's move on to the 4th race, which is a maiden handicap run at 2:20. It's over 1,400 meters. I thought this was a little bit tricky, obviously being a handicap. The tongue tie goes on number 8, Sun Drop, and a compression mask on number 11, Spring Fever. Right, joint favorites here, Aphrodite and Yaya Maria. They ran together last time. Yaya Maria ran 2nd, Aphrodite ran 7th. You didn't like Aphrodite last time. You preferred Yaya Maria. What are you thinking today?
Yes, Nico, last time I preferred Yaya Maria, and as well, Aphrodite was a favorite last time, if you remember. I think it was 8-10.
That's right.
Favorite.
That's
Yeah,
right.
it was beaten clean. I was happy about that. It was beaten like 5 lengths. I'm sticking to Yaya Maria, Nico. Yaya Maria should win this race today. Filasande Mxoli, Zisman, that combination, I like it, Nico. I like that combination.
Yes.
Filasande Mxoli and Zisman. Yaya Maria to beat number 6. That is Magenta, who finished like a
Rocket last time, yes.
yeah. That finish was a cracker, Nico, last time with Rachel Venica. Same right again. And I'm expecting a half a kilo less than on the waist this time around. And then number 4, Red Center.
That was my horse, Red Center.
Yes.
Not drawn well, but got Keegan up.
Yes, yeah. Anything can happen with Keegan.
Yeah.
Red Center. And then I have number for 4th, Nico. I would love to have problem with number 1 and 9. Those two should fight for the 4th. 1 and 9.
1 and 9, Antonio Augusto. There's been a bit of money for that one too. My value bet of the day is in this race is Red Center. I really like her, and I think with Keegan up today, even from a bad draw, I'd be taking a little bit and snapping up some 7-1 there on a Friday morning. Okay, let's go to race 5 at 5-3. It's a Pinnacle Stakes. It's over 1,400 meters. And in race 5, there are no changes. Here's the betting. Who do you fancy here? It's an open betting race. I see the weak favorite is Ferrari Ice, number 2. But just behind it is Bold Resolve, number 3. Who are you on?
Nico, I'm on Ferrari Ice. Smith with Dimelo. Ferrari Ice should win this time around. Followed by number 3. That is Bold Resolve. Then number 6, Slings and Arrows. And then I have number 5, Naval Secret.
For 4th, okay. So you do like Ferrari Ice, yeah?
Yes, I do like Ferrari Ice, Nico. And for the pick six, I will have to add number 1, Mount Anderson. I'll add that was.
Yeah.
I think the form went down, but I'm expecting a better run back on turf for Mount Anderson with Richard Venica. So I will add that one in my pick six. I will add that Mount Anderson.
Okay. So Ferrari Ice, Bold, Resolve, Slings and Arrows, Naval Secret, and Mount Anderson, all of numbers 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6 go into the pick six for MX race 5. Paging on, we go to the 6th of the day now at 3:30. Fillies and Mares 77 handicap over a mile. And this does look a lot tougher than we've been speaking about. Where do you put the horses? In which order do you put them in here? Who are you choosing?
Yes, Nico, it's a tough one in race 6. The horse I liked here is Badly Drawn. Yeah, it's very, very badly drawn. It's number 1, Ancestral Player. That's the horse I liked here, Nico.
Right, Ancestral Prayer.
Yes, followed by number 5. That is Rose of Bayou. I think the back into this distance is better. Last time they put in the shorter distance, it never performed. So back into a mile, I think the horse should do well in a mile with Louis Mota back on top.
Okay.
There's always something up with Duncan McKenzie with Louis Mota. There's
also not drawn well, that horse. It's also not drawn the best, eh?
They also drawn next to Ancestral Player, which is 13.
Right.
Then for third, I'm going with number 11, Chronicles of Narnia. And then I have number 6, Demigod.
Yeah.
So it's 1, 4, 11, and 6.
Right. 1, Ancestral Prayer, Zabito, Rose of Bayou 5, 11, Chronicles of Narnia, and 6, Demigod, which is also quite nicely priced. I thought had a big chance there at 11 to 2 today, 5.5 to 1. Okay. Race 7 is the penultimate race. We go back to Pinnacle Stakes, but this time it's up the straight. I think this, for me, is probably the race of the day. I'm really looking forward to seeing Cruise Control and Cliff Top in action against each other. Now, we've spoken about these two horses before. You've never been a huge Cliff Top fan. I've tried to convince you last time out that Cliff Top was just waiting to come back to his best. And our last time out, he won like a true champion, didn't he? He spread them out and he won over the 12 meters by 5 1/4 lengths. It's got a much tougher task against Cruise Control today. The question is, which one for you, or are you going for something else?
Yeah, Nico, I was impressed with Cliff Top last time. That was a cracker run in that field, carrying 54. This time around, carrying 61. Yeah, Nico, yeah. Cliff Top is a good horse. A horse that sometimes is difficult to say it's gonna. Cliff Top's either wins or runs unblessed. But my first choice in race 7 is gonna be number 1, Cruise Control, Nico.
All right.
I'm gonna, yes, Cruise Control have beaten Cliff Top before. So my first choice is number 1, Cruise Control to beat Cliff Top for second. Then I have Vegas Gold for third. Then I have Water Winner for fourth, Nico. 1, 3, 7, and 6.
But do you expect one of these horses to win, Cruise Control or Cliff Top?
I'm expecting Cruise Control to win, Nico.
So you don't even think Cliff Top can win?
You can win, Nico, but my first choice is Cruise Control. I'm expecting Cruise Control to cruise with Rachel Venica on top.
Okay.
I'm expecting that.
Well, she is going to get Rachel 0.5 kilo from Cliff Top because of the way the weights are structured. So there is a bit of a weight around there. I beg to differ, my good friend, Mr. MX. I beg to differ there in that race. I just think that Cliff Top is back to the old Cliff Top that we saw in its previous races when it first started.
Let's see today. Can't wait to see that race. Can't wait.
Yeah, it is the best race of the day for me. So we're looking forward to seeing that. Okay, the lucky last of the day, race 8 is off at 4:45. This is where MX chooses a nice quartet for us to play with a couple of rovers. It's a merit rated 60 handicap. It's over 1,200 meters. And here, note that number 17, Roger the Dodger, races with just a half set of Alamites behind, apparently. So no shoes in front. Right, give it to us. What do you fancy?
Yeah, Nico, it's a tough one. This is the toughest race. For me, this is the toughest race for the day. Out of all the races that we have passed, this is the most tough race. The last one, everyone is pushing. Anything can happen. Nico, I would love to It's a tough one. I'll have to pick up my first choice here to be Eromiachi. Diego Tikovia and this man, followed by number 2, then number 9, Joyous Jubilee, number 8, 11, and 15.
Okay, 1, 2, 8, 9, or 9, 8, and 15. Gunsmoke.
Yes, and 11 as well, Cool Runnings.
And 11 as well, Cool Running. So it is very, very tough beat. It is obviously a merit rated 68 handicap, and as the nature of handicaps. But you do like El Romiachi at 12.5 to 1 as your first choice.
Yeah. Nico, I'm expecting El Romiachi to be there today. I'm really expecting El Romiachi to have a good run for Diego Tikovia. Yes, Nico. Yeah.
Okay, so how are you doing your quartet? Is that your rover, El Romiachi? You're roving that to run in the first 4?
Yes, I will definitely rove El Romiachi, Nico. I will definitely rove El Romiachi. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe with Club Tonic, Nico, 1 and 2 for roving.
Yeah.
Then I'll put the rest for 9, 8, 11, and 15.
Okay, I do like, funny enough, I do like Globe Tonic. I agree with you with Globe Tonic. I think Globe Tonic, I think he's a very good looking horse. I'm expecting him to be right in the pack over there. And I think 8 to 1 again is quite juicy in terms of a price. I'll be having an each way bet on Globe Tonic. But what are your suggestions to the people watching today for the rest of the card? What are you suggesting they play?
Nico, I'm taking a triple, starting with my value bet for the day. I have to put my value bet for the day. That is Crafty Arty in race 3.
Race 3, number 10.
Yes, that's my value bet is 12 to 1. Then I'm going to take race 4, number 2, Yaya Maria, and race 5, number 2, Ferrari Ice.
Okay, so races 3, 4, and 5 are where you're focusing in on. Crafty Horse, race 3, number 10. Race 4, 2, Yaya Maria. And race 5, number 2, Ferrari Ice. We'll leave it there, MX. Thanks so much for your input. Nice to have caught up last week with you with your first walk on the Fairview turf track. You couldn't believe the length of the grass when you were walking. You nearly sunk into the grass over there. But that must have been a special moment for you to have taken your first walk on the track.
Yeah, Nico, thanks so much, man. I was really impressed with the job of the person who was doing that, because that was top notch. That was top notch. That was on.
Yeah, I enjoyed doing it with you, and we've had a lot of positive feedback. If you watch the 4Racing website, you'll be able to see the interview that I did with MX down in Gqeberha last week when I was there. I will see you, my good friend, in 2 weeks' time. I'm coming back at the beginning of March. I look forward to seeing you, but we'll speak again next week.
Thank you, Nico. Thank you so much, man. Enjoy. Have a good one.
Thanks. All the best.